HarperCollins presents Paddington Turns Detective and Other Funny Stories by Michael Bond. Read by Hugh Bonneville and Stephen Fry.
Paddington Turns Detective. The old box room was finished at last, and everyone, including Paddington, agreed that he was a very lucky bear to move into such a nice room. Not only was the paintwork a gleaming white, so that he could almost see his face in it, but the walls were gaily papered, and he even had new furniture of his own as well. "In for a penny, in for a pound," Mr. Brown had said, and he had bought Paddington a brand-new bed with special short legs, a spring mattress, and a cupboard for his odds and ends. There were several other pieces of furniture, and Mrs. Brown had been extravagant and bought a thick pile carpet for the floor. Paddington was very proud of his carpet, and he'd carefully spread some old newspapers over the parts where he walked, so that his paws wouldn't make it dirty. Mrs. Bird's contribution had been some bright new curtains for the windows, which Paddington liked very much. In fact, the first night he spent in his new room, he couldn't make up his mind whether to have them drawn together so that he could admire them, or left apart so that he could see the view. He got out of bed several times and eventually decided to have one drawn and the other left back so that he could have the best of both worlds. Then something strange caught his eye. Paddington made a point of keeping a torch by the side of his bed in case there was an emergency during the night, and it was while he was flashing it on and off to admire the drawn curtain that he noticed it. Each time he flashed the torch, there was an answering flicker of light from somewhere outside. He sat up in bed, rubbing his eyes, and stared in the direction of the window. He decided to try a more complicated signal. 2 short flashes, followed by several long ones. When he did so, he nearly fell out of bed with surprise, for each time he sent a signal, it was repeated in exactly the same way through the glass. Paddington jumped.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?